Hi there, my name is Vicky Fisher. I'm a yoga teacher, and today I will be taking you through a moon salutation practice in celebration of the upcoming full moon on the 3rd of July. During the time of the full moon, we can kind of feel like a spotlight is being put on whatever we're feeling and experiencing at that moment in time. So our emotions can tend to intensify. This is why we would like to do a moon salutation, which is a bit different from the traditional sun salutation. The sun salutation tends to be very energizing, but a moon salutation is very opening through the hips, a little bit slower. It has a more cooling effect on the body, and it really helps to ground us and balance any extremes in emotions that we might be experiencing. So if this sounds like something that you are interested to try, roll out your mat and let's get to it. So with the moon salutation, you tend to start at the front of the mat facing horizontally. So we will be moving along the mat. Whereas with your traditional sun salutation, you might be used to practicing forwards. So you can just come to the side of your mat so that you can mirror me throughout. Bringing your hands to your heart, beginning to root through the big toes, spreading all of the toes out, having a small space between the heels, pressing down through all four corners of the feet, closing the eyes, allowing the chest and the shoulders to open, relaxing the shoulders down the back, and taking a deep inhale, filling up your belly, and then the chest, and then the throat, and exhaling from the throat, then the chest, and then the belly. Inhaling, filling the belly, the chest, the throat, and exhaling from the throat, the chest, the belly. One more deep inhale, filling up the belly, chest, throat. Deep exhale, throat, chest, belly. And just allowing the breath to go back to completely normal and natural, releasing all control of the breath. Just beginning to come into the present moment here, taking a moment to transition from the rest of your day. Now is a time to be completely here in your body, on your mat. So beginning to release the fingers down, spreading the fingers wide and opening the eyes, coming into your Tadasana or mountain pose. Lightly engaging the belly up and in, lifting through the chest, but opening and softening the shoulders down the back. Taking a deep inhale to prepare, and exhale. And let's begin. Deep inhale, hands rise up to the sky, palms touch. Interlacing all the fingers except the pointer and the thumb. Exhaling, taking a side bend towards the mat. Inhale, coming up through the center. And exhale, side bending away from the mat. Inhale through the center. And then with your exhale, taking a big step as wide as you can, flipping the heels in, opening and squatting down into your goddess squat. Spreading the fingers wide, sitting as low as you can, opening through the hips here. And then beginning to straighten the legs, flipping the toes in, and straightening the arms, opening the chest. Flipping your left foot in towards the back of the mat, beginning to prepare for triangle. So pressing from the back edge of your back foot, start to reach forward with your front fingers until you get as far as you can go. And then simply tick-tock the arms, bringing your left hand to left leg, opening up through the right shoulder and chest, trying to touch the sky with your right fingers. And if it feels good for the neck, maybe looking up towards the fingers. And beginning to take your top hand down to the ground, framing the foot with both hands, bringing your right foot in at an angle. With your inhale, opening the chest, creating length through the spine. And with your exhale, folding down into pyramid pose, straight front leg. Beginning to drop the back knee down, untucking the toes. And with your inhale, rooting through the foot, coming up into your low lunge. With your exhale, hands come down to the ground, flipping forwards, coming through into your Skandasana or Ninja Squat. So here your heel can be off the ground, or you can try to sink the heel down onto the ground. Wherever you are, just trying to open up through the chest here. Bringing the fingers to the ground, stepping the feet in slightly, and coming straight into your Malasana. Pressing the elbows into the inner knees, opening the chest and opening the hips. And taking your fingers to the ground, extending your left leg out. Coming into Skandasana on the other side. Once again, opening the chest here. Flexing your extended foot. And swiveling, framing your foot. Dropping the back knee and tucking the toe. With a deep inhale. Rising up into low lunge, feeling the stretch in your left hip flexor. Exhale, hands to the ground. Coming up, straight front leg, extending your spine, creating length with a deep inhale. And exhale, folding over your straight right leg into pyramid. Inhale, taking your right hand onto the right leg and opening the left hand to the sky, coming into triangle pose on the other side. Once again, sucking the belly in, trying to rotate and open through the left side of the chest. Pressing through the front foot, coming all the way up and bringing your heels in. Coming back into your goddess squat here, sinking into the hips, and then taking a big step towards the back of the mat. Interlace the fingers and exhale, side bend towards the mat. Inhale through center and exhale away from the mat. Inhale through center and let's go back. Big step, goddess squat. Inhale, straightening the legs, coming into your triangle towards the front of the mat. Inhale, top hand to the ground and coming into your pyramid. With your exhale, folding. Inhale, dropping the back knee, coming up, low lunge. And exhale, planting the hands, swiveling into Skandasana. Inhale, coming to the center, Malasana. And exhale, extending your leg, Skandasana on the other side. Inhale, swiveling, low lunge. Exhale, framing the foot, preparing for pyramid. And exhale, fold. Inhale, opening up into triangle. And exhale, coming all the way up into your goddess squat. Taking a big step towards the front of the mat. Exhale towards the mat. Inhale through center. And exhale away from the mat. Inhale through center. And exhale, bringing the hands to the heart. Maybe you can feel your heart beating. Just enjoying the balancing effects of the flow on your body and on your mind. And beginning to lightly blink the eyes open and starting to step towards the center of the mat. We'll come down into one more Malasana. So with a deep inhale, opening the arms out and up, big stretch to the sky. Hands together as you squat, bringing the hands to heart center, coming all the way down into your Malasana or yogi squat. Rooting down through the feet, pressing through the hands, and really pressing the elbows into your inner knees, opening through the hips here. And we'll take it a little deeper. So dropping the right hand to the inside of your right knee, sorry. Taking your left fingers up and over, coming into a deep side stretch here. And then either staying here, or if you would like to take it deeper, taking your bottom hand around the knee, top hand around the back, and trying to grab the wrist of your top hand so that you pull your top shoulder open. If you can just grab the fingers, this is okay. And slowly over time, you can work towards grabbing that wrist and pulling. And releasing. Coming back through center. And switching to the other side. Dropping the left hand down to the ground. Taking your right hand up and over. And either staying here or taking the bind once again. Trying to grab your right wrist and drawing the right shoulder open, but just grabbing whatever you can get. And beginning to come back to center, releasing. And taking the hands behind you, coming out, sitting down onto your bottom, extending your right leg out, but keeping your left knee bent in. We'll come into a really juicy, deep side bend here. So we're going to be using the left leg as an anchor. So really try to anchor that foot into the ground and draw the knee away from you, grabbing on with your right hand. And then from there, starting to take your left hand up and over, rooting down through the sitting bones, flexing your right foot. And as you allow your weight to go over towards the right foot, drawing your left knee away from you. So creating a balancing point. And just opening up through the chest here. Seeing how far you can go down today. And maybe, if you reach the foot, grabbing the outside of your foot. Keep drawing away with the knee. Stretching the whole left side of the body open. And breathing down that whole side of the body. And beginning to release. Whew. Extending both legs out for a moment. Just sitting with your hands in your heart. Feeling the effects of the side bend on your body and on your mind. And then beginning to open the eyes. We'll move to the other side. So bringing your left leg in. Sorry, your right leg in. And grabbing your shin with the opposite hand. Rooting down through that foot. Drawing the knee away from you. And beginning to lift the chest as you take the right hand up and over. Flexing through your left foot. And seeing how far you can take your body today. Just finding your edge, that spot that feels really good. It doesn't feel like you're putting too much tension, but it feels like a really good stretch. And if you get all the way down, grabbing the foot and coming into a really deep side bend here. Breathing in into the whole right side of the body. And beginning to slowly come up. Once again, extending the legs, hands to the heart, and just observing. Just enjoying this moment right here. And then gently beginning to bring the hands down between the legs, flexing through the feet, and we'll work a little bit more into the hamstrings here. So this for most people will be enough. Just being here, lightly shifting your weight forward, opening the chest, while pressing your sitting bones back and down into the mat, flexing the feet. This is probably enough for most people, and that's completely normal. However, if you feel like you would like a deeper stretch, if you're quite flexy, you can begin to walk your hands little bit by little bit, making sure you keep the feet flexed, the chest open. And if you'd like to, if your body will allow it today, you can come down onto the elbows. Maybe just lightly shaking the head from side to side, making sure the tops of the elbows are soft. And breathing into the lower back, as well as the back of the glutes and the hamstrings. And with each exhale, maybe allowing the breath and gravity to take you a little bit deeper. And And gently beginning to walk the hands back in, rolling up through the spine, coming to seated. I'll do one last hip opener here. We're coming towards the end of the practice now. We just really want to open the hips today because it's a place that we tend to store a lot of excess emotional energy. So during this time of the full moon, it's good to spend time opening the hips as it has a very balancing effect on us emotionally. So coming into Baddha Konasana, bringing the soles of the feet together, bringing the heels as close as is comfortable for your body today, grabbing onto the ankles, and just slightly beginning to drop the chest forward, allowing your elbows to press gently into the inner thighs, and finding your edge. Then just breathing into the hips here, and maybe once again, using your breath and gravity, you'll be able to sink a little bit deeper with each exhale. Really focusing on sending the exhales to the hips. Making sure that the face is soft. Soft tongue, soft lips, soft eyes, soft cheeks, soft shoulders. Sinking deeper and deeper, softening more and more. And gently beginning to release the pose, bringing the fingers onto the ground and using the fingertips to roll up to seated. Taking the hands behind you, bringing the feet flat, and we'll just do some windshield wipers to release the hips. So taking the knees to one side, feeling that stretch, and then taking them all the way to the other side. And just keep breathing deeply here as you allow the hips to release. One more. And coming through into a seated position. We'll do one last spinal twist just to end off the practice. So taking a deep inhale, stretching your shoulders wide and open all the way to the sky. And with your exhale, opening the arms, taking your right hand to the left knee, left fingertips to the ground behind you, pressing through the hands to lift the chest with a deep inhale. And with your exhale, twisting and opening the chest towards the back. With each inhale, lifting, and with each exhale, twisting. One more. And with your exhale, releasing. Switching to the other side. Deep inhale. And with your exhale, opening the arms. Inhale, pressing through the hands, lifting the chest. And exhale, twisting towards the back. With each inhale, lifting. And And each exhale, twisting and opening. One more deep inhale. And exhale, unwinding. Bringing the hands onto the knees, closing the eyes. Just taking a moment to sit tall through the spine, allowing the shoulders to sink down and away from the earlobes. Rooting down through the sitting bones. And just allowing the breath to become as slow and as deep as possible. And beginning to release the breath, just allowing it to become natural again. Enjoying this feeling of full presence in your body. And knowing that you can take this feeling, you can take it with you into the rest of your day. And you can create this moment and this feeling within yourself at any moment in time, just by using your breath, closing your eyes, and finding this space within yourself. And beginning to bring your hands to your heart center. Just taking a little bow down towards the mat in gratitude for your body, in gratitude for yourself for showing up, for making the time for yourself today. And coming up, Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. I really appreciate you being here today, being part of this collective energy. And yeah, if you enjoyed this practice, I will be creating more and improving along the way as I go. So please do subscribe, and also please comment, because that, lets me know what I can make for you and what types of videos people like. And also obviously give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day.